Okay, so I think that is this bit done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of these lines here, and just any pencil that's showing will just come off, so just using an eraser to do that. And I'm going to do this bottom line here as well, but I'm actually going, oh gosh, over there, a little bit there, have a little bit of a look. There we go. So I'm going to put some paint along this bottom bit here, and I'm just pondering what colour I'm going to use. Maybe a mixture of them. I'm going to use a bigger spotter. This is a number 5, and I'm going to zoom out just so that you can definitely see. There we go. I think see there at the bottom, and I'm going to start by putting on yellow, just going along and kind of meeting where that is, because I've got a little bit of yellow down here that had made a splodge, and I've got the most of that left. So just going to get that on, and then I'm hoping that while it's wet I can maybe plop in some other colours and see if they will move around a little. They need a bit more water, I think. So I shall give them a little more water, like this. Just see what we can get happening along here. I might add a bit more of the yellow. I might end up just with an interesting green, but I'm having a little bit of fun playing with it along here. It's certainly quite fun and soothing. I want something quite dark, so I want to write on it. So I keep going back in with kind of more pigment and more paint. I'm going to take this darker blue all the way across now and see what I can do with that. That's quite fun. Maybe some of the green that I've got a lot of that I kind of made. Put some of that in. Really cool. And then maybe some little drops of water. I'm just going to let this dry. I need to let it dry a bit before I can heat gun it, because it's so wet. If I use my heat gun on it right now, it would just blow everywhere and make splatters. So I'm going to wait for it to dry with a little bit of patience, have a think about what I might want to write on there for today. So this is dry now, and I've given it a blast of my heat gun to make sure that it is totally dry. I feel like I'd quite like to just make this even more emphasised. So I'm grabbing a soft B pencil. I'm going to grab my 7B because that's the one my fingers went to first. I'm just going to gently take it along this line. I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm trying to just leave a little bit of the pencil on the paper. You don't want to leave any impression behind of pencil lines or anything like that. And then I'm going to get a blending stump. You can use your finger, you could use a Q-tip or cotton bud. You could, there are some tutorials actually on YouTube where it shows you how to roll up and make your own one of these. So you could search for it. I'm not sure if it's in a paper blending stump or tortillon making, but probably if you search for paper blending stuff it will come up. So I'm just going along here and smudging it. I'm sorry if you can hear my messages going a bit wild in the background. And I'm just going to then run my finger along just to help it smudge in, because I want to create a little bit of a demarcation between this bit and this bit, which I've done, and I quite like how that looks. I may consider doing something on the edges, but at the moment I'm not feeling the need. And I want to write on here, and I think I want to use either green or yellow. I'm not sure if my yellow will show up. So I've got two yellows. One is a Derwent paint pen, which have lovely, lovely opaque colours, but they sometimes seem to be leaving me great big blobs of paint. And then I've got my trusty Posca pen. So I want to put something along the lines of me looking after me is me looking after you, because this is me looking after me, but it means I can look after the other people in my life way better. So whilst it looks like I'm doing something for me, I'm actually doing something that helps everybody, and I want it as a little reminder for me that that is the case. So if I ever get to the stage where I think, oh, I should be doing something else and not taking the time to do some art, that it reminds me that me looking after me is me looking after people, other people, and that is important. So if I don't look after me, I'm not going to be very good at looking after the other people. So I might just use those words. They're very simple. Let's see. Now I need a scrappy bit of paper to kind of see if this is going. The thing I've noticed is they get clogged and they take a little bit to start going again, and then they blob. I'm just going to see if I can get the... There's a blob. Let's see if the paint is flowing now. I think it is. So what I've taken to doing is this, and just kind of cleaning it up a bit and seeing if it's still going to flow. It doesn't seem to be. I wonder if I dip it in water. If not, I'm going to go back to good old Posca for a bit until I get used to these and can get them going. I don't really understand why I'm having such difficulty with them, if I'm honest. Some colours are great and other colours aren't. This I think is working now. It's a very thin line, so let's see if it shows up. No, maybe a little. Somebody's coming down my stairs. Sorry about that. It was indeed a person coming down, and I have reverted to Posca pen. So, whilst the English may not be grammatically brilliant, I'm going to stick with this idea. Me looking, might not show up very well in the yellow, I have to say. I can feel I'm going to go over this in white already. Me looking. My son is literally standing here watching me. It feels rather scary and pressured. Me looking after. I might run out of room as well. Can't see it very well. If I zoom you in, you'll see. It's a bit not. You can't see it very well at all. So I think I'm going to see if the Posca pen is wet enough for me to lift it off, because you can do that with Posca while it's still wet. Grab my biggest brush and a tissue and see what happens if I... it doesn't want to lift off. So I'm going to just go over it and then dry it again and see if I can get something that will show up a bit better. I'm just going to put something dark on there. And graphite actually will get wet and will pull down and shade with these soft pencils, so I'm just being careful not to make everything all grey. So I will be back in a second once this is dry again. Okay, so I have heat gunned it, and then I've put a layer of quite intense blue on and heat gunned it, and then done that again. I'll try again with my yellow Posca pen. I'm just going to have a little think about how this is going to like go together with spaces for my words. So I'm going to have a little grab of a pencil. So I've got me looking after me is me looking after you. That's quite a long sentence, being 8 words and all. So I've got looking after, and they're 4 big words. So if I split in half-ish and split in half again, And if I do me looking after me, and I need is me looking after you. Let's see. Let's see how it turns out. I will. Let's see if I can get my Posca pen to work. Apparently it doesn't fancy it. Right, we'll try that again. So I'll me. The yellow's showing up much more nicely now. Zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Looking. Looking. And then after. Got paint, so I'm just going off on a scrap piece of paper over here. I'm just cleaning it off. You can see it's really picking up the blue. It's one of those things, if you can fix your watercolours and spray it, then this doesn't have to doesn't happen. After me. Is cleaning it again. Me. Looking. After. I'm going to have to do you like that because that's what I've got room for. Not my best lettering, but it does the job, I think. And really, it's more about the process of doing it than having something that's perfect and just right and all those kind of things. And that's going to remind me. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, showing up and doing something is better than waiting for perfect and not showing up and doing anything at all. So I've got another double page done. I've got this side and I've got some green splodges here, but that's probably where I'll be going on to next. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you are enjoying sitting at my table with me and having some informal kind of painting and paint-alongs with our mindful watercolours, and that it's giving you some nice easy ideas that anybody can join in with and have a go at. I will see you all really soon.